A video laryngoscope has a high-resolution microcamera, light cable, and a portable digital monitor attached to a laryngoscope blade. The camera is attached to the tip of the laryngoscope blade, and it improves the view of vocal cords and subsequently the success rate of direct laryngoscopy. Different types of pediatric blades are available with the video laryngoscope: the Macintosh blade, Miller blade, and the D blade, which is more angulated at the tip. We here have the pediatric 0 number Macintosh blade, which is curved, and the pediatric 0 number Miller blade, which is straight. Disposable blades are also available. The handle has a video recording red button and a green button to take the still pictures. To connect the blade of choice, it can be just snapped into the cable connector, and the camera view is seen on the screen, which is very clear and bright. The screen should be placed along the bedside for an easy view for the intubating person. Airway trolley is kept ready for the intubation procedure. Always keep direct laryngoscope with a respective blade as a backup. Keep a stylet for endotracheal tube or a pediatric bougie if available. Check for CMAC battery backup and the electrical connection. The rest of the preparation is just like any other pediatric intubation procedure. The second case is of a 4-year-old child weighing 16 kg for an elective surgery. We plan to use a CBAC video laryngoscope to intubate the child using a 4.5 number Microcruff endotracheal tube. Standard monitors were applied, and inhalational induction was done in this child using inhalational anesthetic gases sevoflurane 8% in oxygen air mixture. The child was asked to take deep breaths and blow the green balloon through the mask. After a few breaths, the child was under and an IV line was secured under anesthesia. Pre-medication IV midazolam and glyco was given. After confirming the mask ventilation, IV muscle relaxant was given, and after 3 minutes of pre-oxygenation, we moved ahead for oral intubation. Focus first should be on getting a good view of the larynx. Introduce the CMAC laryngoscope blade from the right angle of the mouth, just like any other usual laryngoscope blade. Once you have introduced the blade, look at the screen and adjust the blade or the baby's head to get a good view of the glottis. If you have gone too deep, withdraw the blade a little bit till you can see the epiglottis or get a good view of glottis. External laryngeal pressure is often needed to get a good view, and it also helps to introduce the tube into the glottic opening. Sometimes you have to look back and forth between the screen and the baby to get an optimal view. Once you get the good view of the glottis, introduce the tube in just as you would do with a conventional laryngoscopy, but look at the screen while you're passing the tube in the glottis. With the video laryngoscope, the cuff of the endotracheal tube beyond the cords and the black line of the tube at the level of cords is seen by all, and it can be documented. Irrespective of that, confirm the correct position of the tube using ETCO2 waveform and auscultate the chest for bilateral breath sounds and chest rise. Sometimes the view of the glottis is good, but we are unable to pass the tube into it. In such a case, you can use a stylet within the tube and bend the distal end over it a little. This allows anterior angulation and helps to place the tube within. External laryngeal manipulation also helps at times. At times, the tube can be rotated between the fingers to change its direction to manipulate it into the larynx. Once the tube is in place, inflate the cuff and secure the endotracheal tube with sticky tapes. Like any other tool, the success of using this tool depends upon your comfort and experience of using it. It will take some practice in using this tool even in experienced intubators. Always keep the conventional laryngoscope as backup while using the video laryngoscope. The advantages of video laryngoscope are a better and clear visualization of the airway in a large screen, great for trainees as it allows people watching to give real-time feedback and advice while doing the procedure. Everyone in the room is able to see the procedure and give their inputs and also judge the difficulty. It increases the ease of intubation and also makes it quicker, which is important in sick children. Allows recording of airway view and the procedure, which is helpful for documentation, teaching and training, and also for clinical assessment. With video laryngoscope, there is less attempts and lesser complications. The disadvantages are it occupies space, it needs to be mounted at the correct angle, it's an expensive assembly, and sometimes the glottic view is good, but you're still unable to pass the endotracheal tube. You can in such cases use a stylet or a bougie or external laryngeal manipulation.